Hello everybody, this is Uppish, and welcome back to the Mr. Mix game. Now I know it's kind of weird for me to be back on this screen, but my mic was too quiet for you to hear me in the last one, plus I didn't read the whole article. So I'm going to read the whole article before going for my second attempt at the very least, beating the cracked version. So here's the wiki. Does anybody remember an old PC game from the early 1900s called Mr. Mix? It's mainly a typing game, similar to Mario Teaches Typing, where you have to type words into a box to make a chef, the titular Mr. Mix, put ingredients into a bowl. Unlike most typing games, however, this game is notorious for having an insane difficulty curve. The game has a words per minute requirement for each level, being as low as 10 on level 1 and as high as 85 on the third. By level 5, the requirement reaches over 500, effectively making it impossible to proceed any further. One of the main things that people noticed about the game immediately was the background music. The music on the first level was an unsettling pattern of growls that got progressively louder as the level went on, then causing damage to early computer speakers that were not designed to handle extremely high volumes of sound. The second had no music at all, and the third had what sounded like an extremely low quality recording of a hairdryer playing in the background. In the next remaining levels, had an extremely loud, high-pitched ringing throughout the level that caused severe eardrum damage to those who managed to get that far. Another rather disturbing aspect of the game was the design of Mr. Mix himself. He was a large, round-faced, overweight man with large, beady eyes and red spots on his cheeks. Most children who played the game reported having vivid nightmares of Mr. Mix, speaking to them in a quiet, raspy voice, threatening them to keep quiet about something. However, none of them could remember exactly what that was. One psychologist who saw many of these children reported being disturbed by the sheer amount of terror on the faces of children as they recounted the details of the nightmare. Many of the children broke down into tears in the process, begging for their parents to save them. However, no direct relationship to the game itself could be determined by these few cases, as not all children suffered the same adverse effects. For obvious reasons, the game did not sell very well. It remained in relative obscurity until a few years ago when PC hackers got a hold of a ROM of the game and started digging through it. Using memory hacking software, they managed to crack the game's code and bypass the impossible fifth level. What they found, however, was extremely disturbing and caused many of them to quit the expedition altogether. According to the reports these hackers left behind, the game behaves very strangely if the fifth level is bypassed. This game crashes violently and closes, writing a bunch of files to the user's System32 directory to point that the RAM was almost completely filled. Those files are reportedly pictures of people with horribly deformed faces, appearing to scream in pain and agony with their eyes appearing to be bleeding from their tear ducts, and their outer layer of skin torn off in multiple places. Ooh. If the user attempts to delete these files, the computer will violently crash and blue screen, causing permanent, irreparable damage to the user's hard drive. The hackers found that was caused by a lone byte in the game's ROM that triggered when the fifth level was completed. After removing this byte, they were able to proceed to the sixth and final level. Unfortunately, all of the original hackers declined to discuss what they saw in the final level. All of them became extremely paranoid and reclusive, refusing to talk about anything related to the game and showing astonishingly extreme symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. Most of them ceased to be able to form coherent sentences within a week. And within a month, all of them went missing. All remaining copies of the game were destroyed. To this day, no one knows what was in that game that caused them so much psychological damage. Maybe it's better that way. 2 years after the incident, a man was arrested after trying to kidnap an 8-year-old girl from a grocery store. Through DNA and fingerprint analysis, the man was identified as one of the original hackers who viewed the final level of the game. He was wearing a white chef's hat and had a look of unspeakable malice and insanity on his face. When interrogated, the man would only say one thing: "I'm Mr. Mix." Shh. Alright, now let's do this. Once again, I am saying this. This game is, I am playing this raw, so everything you see there is no editing. No editing at all. So yeah, let's do this. Gosh dang it. There we are. Now let's play the hacked version of Mr. Mix again and see if we can't get it down. Susan was gone. I was betrayed. Dang it. Horror. Loathing. Fear. Aversion. Venom. Repulsion. Apprehension. Revenge. Hatred. Pain makes it taste better. Ooh, I hate that sound. Boiling. Mutilation. Kneecapping. Tongue. Terror. Garroting. Knee splitting. Knee splitter. Dang it, knee splitter. Cutting. Impale. Telling you guys, really difficult. I just watched what happens at the end like yesterday. So at this point, I'm just trying to do this for you guys. It's gonna take a long time before I'm gonna be able to finish this. My gosh. hate that noise. Scaphism. Limb by limb. Knee splitter. Knee splitter. Choke pear. Impalement. Pendulum. Thumb. Screw. Dang it. Thumb. Screw. Thumb. Screw. Starvation. Saw. What the fudge? Seriously. This is getting very difficult. Come on, bring it to me. This is going to be one hiccup challenge. Loathing. Disgust. Sadness. Sadness. Horror. Desolation. Hostility. Antipathy. Desperation. Venom. Boiling. Head crusher. The cauldron. Drowning. Crushing. The rock. The rock. The rack. I was looking at it right. Starvation. Choke pear. Flaying. Knife. Impalement. This may be up to a 30-minute video, guys. You practically need to be a robot to do this. Apprehension. Desperation. Hostility. Loathing. Terror. Horror. Revenge. Afraid. Sadness. Dread. No. Impalement. Mutilation. Kneecapping. Boiling. Instep. Horror. Pendulum. Pitch capping. Scalping. tongue, tongue, terror, the cauldron, why? Just why? Seriously. My gosh. This is heck of an annoying. I hate games like these. And terror, sorrow, sadness, sadness, hostility, revenge, apprehension, venom, desperation, hatred. Well, that was quick. Water cure. Sawing. Boiling. Drowning. Nailing. Thumb screw. Knee. Capping. Pitch. Capping. Garroting. Garroting. Flaying. Flaying. Knife. Neck. Lacing. Limb by limb. Scalping. This is just irritating, so freaking irritating. I forgot how much I hate these types of games. I always hated when they gave you a timer whenever I would play those crappy freaking education games back when I was younger. I just never could really play them. They were always so freaking annoying. My gosh. Disgust. Hatred. Sorrow. Aversion. Pain. Desperation. Misery. Afraid. Sadness. Oh. So freaking irritating. Okay, knee, splitter, choke, pear, cubit, instep, or garroting, pitch capping, cauldron, necklacing, impalement, pendulum, rack, flaying, knife, thumb, closer and closer. Afraid. Hatred. Hatred. Misery. Repulsion. Antipathy. Antipathy. Panic. Panic. Resentment. Disgust. Disgust. Loathing. Loathing. Aversion. Impalement. Impale. Impalement. Tongue. Terror. Choke pear. Garroting. Pitch capping. Drowning. Drowning. Limb by limb. Dang it. Limb by limb. Guillotine. Cutting. I'm not quick enough with my fingers. I'm not good with using the keyboard like that. After all, just in casual casual chat rooms, my typing a bit sloppy. I have to go back and correct it constantly. So, yeah, that's really annoying. Ugh. Dread. Horror. Resentment. Aversion. Sorrow. Desperation. Revenge. Panic. Afraid. Loathing. Wow. Thumb. Screw. Pendulum. Gibbet. Gibbet. Oh, gibbet. Starvation. Rack. Cutting. Garroting. Knee. Splitter. Impalement. Water. Cure. Son of a gun. This is so freaking irritating. I guess I'll do one last try for this video, but then, I don't know. Crap, I accidentally pressed play original. Dang it. Fear. Loathing. Dread. Desolation. Resentment. accidentally pressed the uncracked version. Knee splitter. Rack. Neck lacing. Dang it. Neck lacing. Water cure. Flagellation. Cutting. Impalement. Limb by limb. Pendulum scalping. Drowning. Kneecapping. Starvation. Judas. Yeah. I think that's as far as I'm gonna go with this, guys. At least for this episode. Ugh. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this here. I just want to say this, please hit that like button down below.